Good morning, Year 5. It's Mrs. Mehebi here again, and this is day 4 of our reading. So today we are going to answer questions about a text, and it is the same text that we have been looking at all week. And what we're going to do is answer a couple of questions together, and then I'm going to leave the sheet on the website for you to do. So our first question that we're going to do together is look at the paragraph beginning. Within a heartbeat, the room exploded into a hive of activity. And the question is, what shows you that people are feeling excited again? So what shows us that the people are feeling excited again? So what are they doing? What can we hear? What can we see? What are they saying? So within a heartbeat, the room had exploded into a hive of activity. Dancers, whose hope for the future had all but faded, flailed dramatically from pillar to post. So the dancers are dancing again. Stools are upturned and spun on their legs. So they're not just dancing, they're spinning stools on their legs. Gymnasts flipped backwards. The gymnasts are doing gymnastics, they're doing their flips again, landing seamlessly every time. People and drinks were thrown from one end of the bar to the other. Okay, so we've got the people and the drinks being thrown from one end of the bar to the other. And a roaring chorus of cheers. So that's definitely people feeling excited again, this roaring chorus of cheers and song reverberated between the antiquated walls of the bar's parameters. Barnum, whose life had seemed all but over, beamed. What shows you that people are feeling excited? Well, Barnum's one of the people. Barnum beamed, means he smiled. Perhaps after all, he could pick himself up and get the troupe back to performing. So the answer to this one, what shows you that people are feeling excited again? The answer would be the dancers are dancing. They're spinning stools on their legs. The gymnasts are doing gymnastics. The people and drinks are being thrown from one end of the bar to the other. We can hear a roaring chorus of cheer and song, and Barnum is smiling. Let's have a look at our next question. Look at the paragraph beginning. I drank champagne with kings and queens. So here we are, pick the right section out. What two things show you that Barnum is feeling regretful and downhearted? So we're going to have to read this text and find two parts that show me basically he's feeling sad and that he regrets something that's happened. It's quite short, so it should be quite easy, but I need to find two. I drank champagne with kings and queens, and the politicians praised my name, Barnum sang, growing in confidence with each word. Well, growing in confidence doesn't show me he's feeling sad yet. Whilst walking along the dark, picture-lined corridor. Stopping in front of a newspaper article. So does stopping make me show that he's regretful or downhearted? Not really, does it? Of the captivating Jenny Lind, Barnum sighed heavily. Right, so we've got Barnum sighed heavily. So if you sigh, especially sighing heavily, like that, that's a regretful, downhearted thing. And remorsefully shook his head. Remorseful is another word for regret. It's a synonym. Remorsefully shook his head. So have I got two things that show me he's feeling regretful? So what did he do? He sighed heavily and he remorsefully shook his head. Okay. So our next one, using the text and the scene that you have watched, identify two things that show you that seeing the portrait of his family has a strong emotional effect on Barnum. Okay, so we've got to this part. So we want two things that show you that seeing the portrait of his family has a strong emotional effect on Barnum, and it's using the text and the scene that you have watched. So we might need to go back and actually watch the video for the second part. Further along the corridor, Barnum's breath was stolen by his beautiful wife and children. So here we are, the strong emotional effect, his breath was stolen. He gazed into their eyes and thought of where they may be. And we've got this word gazed. He gazed into their eyes. What we'd have to do now is actually watch the video again and see if there are any other clues to add to that answer. Okay, and our final one, because you've got one of these, is a picture. Looking at this image, what can you infer from it? Okay, quite a few things we can infer from it. So if already from the sky, I can see that it's nighttime. It looks to me that they're outside. There's some washing hanging up. And looking at their facial expressions, they look very happy. They could even be dancing together. They look like they're excited. He's holding her hand and they both look happy. So I can say these are two people that are getting on. They're either excited, they're enjoying the moment, possibly dancing together, and at the minute, everything is going okay in their lives. So if you have a look on the website, you'll get a clearer picture than this. These are your questions. Okay, they're very similar to the ones we've just answered. There's some tick the box ones. There's a look at the character's body image ones, and there are some tables for you to complete. Good luck with it all, and I will talk to you again next week.